Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today, another firearm review. I got right to the point today. So what I'm going to share with you guys today is my AR-12 style tactical shotgun. I just picked this up. This is by a company. Let me show you guys this bad boy. This is by a company that goes by the name of Typhoon Defense. And lately I've been picking up some firearms. I've always been, if you're new to my channel, this is not a firearms channel. There's lots of guys out there who are extremely, knowledgeable to this stuff. I'm just kind of a hobbyist. I enjoy shooting. I always have. I've been shooting since I was, probably about 13 or 14. Started with air rifles, moved up to, a 22 handgun at 16. Again, I don't like to do it as, I'm sorry, I don't get to do it as often as I'd like. But I never miss the opportunity when it's given to me to go out and shoot. Honestly, I did back in the day go through some classes at our local rifle range where they place you. I think I placed on 22 caliber sharpshooter or something like that. Again, I'm a very novice shooter. But I've always enjoyed shooting. A little trap, a little plinking, a little pellet rifle, a little archery. I don't specialize in any particular one. I just really enjoy them all. So I wanted to share this with you guys. I'm not a hunter, so again, I mentioned in other videos, this isn't going to be used for turkey hunting or deer hunting or anything. I'm just a guy who likes to shoot trap and basically do some plinking here and there. I don't believe in killing anything unless you have to survive. So again, that's not to say I'm against it in any way. Hunt, do, kill what you want to kill. I'm just more, I just rather have somebody else. I like to delegate that and have the supermarkets provide my protein. So I know it's a little hypocritical, and that's one thing I never want to be as a hypocrite on anything. But it is what it is, I just don't, I feel bad. I'm just too nice. I'm too much of a sweetheart. So, again, nothing wrong with it. Enjoy it. I never say never. You never know. Maybe my feelings will change. Right now, though, one thing I do enjoy, harvesting is crab. I love crab. I love fish. And so I kind of limit that to my, my killing. So, for now. Anyway. So I do, like I said, I wanted to pick up some guns. I have a lot of watches, as you guys know, and there's been a lot of guns I have are more hunting style, more target style, and I want some stuff that's going to be, especially, in the world we're living in, more of like self-defense, more tactical, more militaristic, right? So what I did is I wanted a 12-gauge shotgun. I wanted a magazine-fed shotgun. I wanted something a little bit shorter. My shotguns I have now are pretty long. They're long guns. So I wanted something a little more tactical. I settled on the Typhoon X12 for a couple different reasons. So this is your standard AR-12 platform. It is a box-fed magazine. As you can see, this is a 5-round 12-gauge magazine. I added basically a sling to it. I added the QD, or the quick detach sling mount on the rear, which is great that this gun actually came with this mounted. My AR DB15 I just got, I had to add a buffer tube sling mount to it. So I like the fact they give you a slot mount if you want to use that. You have a ambidextrous quick detach mount in the back. Again, fantastic they had that. And you get your front gas tube mount right here. Not the best mount for my purposes or how I like to carry this, but it works. Not a problem at all. I'm sure in time by carrying this will start to scratch a little bit, but not a big deal. I just got a standard sling right off Amazon. It does have a little bit of elasticity to it. Again, I'm sure I'll change all this stuff as time goes on, but for me, I'm not taking this into battle or anything like that. Most times it's going to sit around the house and go out to the range and stuff and just do a little shooting. So I just wanted something to throw it over my shoulder, nothing too over the top. So why did I choose this particular gun? There's a lot of different models you can get in AR-12 style shotguns. You can spend a lot of money for them. And this company, Typhoon, is a relatively newer company. I'm not sure exactly how long they've been around, but I feel like you got the best bang for your buck with this gun. This costs $550 before your transfer, before your tax, before your tax and shipping. So not as cheap as we'd like to see, but we are kind of in a frenzy right now where everything's getting expensive. I added just a basic cheap red dot on this here off Amazon. Some of the reviews said that this can handle the shock of a 12. That's yet to be determined. It was only about 25 bucks. So we're going to give it a chance. It does come with kind of polymer flip-up sights. Should you just want to use those sights, it's great they included those. In my case, I wanted to have kind of a red dot that was a little bit higher. I did come with the riser, but even with the riser, these particular sights, you really can't, they're not really functional. So I just left them on to leave them on. As time goes on, I may change a few things, but for now, it's great. You know, the red dot's really all you need, but the idea with the iron sights or the polymer sights in these, in case you had a battery failure, you'll still be able to shoot the firearm, be accurate with it. Again, a shotgun, you really don't need anything more than a bead, depending on what you're shooting. But again, like I said, I'm not too over the top about it. I'll have a lot of fun shooting this gun. So so there's several different guns out there. When you're looking at AR-12 style guns, there's a couple big players I can think of right off the bat that are going to give you the best values. They're the most affordable, you know, and when I say affordable, 500-ish and under. You can get right now, I almost bought the Rock On Armory. I think it's their VR-12. It does have a carry handle, which is pretty cool. I did like the looks of that. The reason I didn't choose that gun, and it was $399, I'll probably get that gun in the future, but the reason I didn't choose that gun for my very first is that it was a little bit longer. The barrel on it was a 20-inch barrel. This is an 18 and a half. And I haven't measured it. It came with a flash hider / choke tube. I believe it's a full, not full, it's a bore. I think it's bore. There's no restriction at all. I always want to say full open, but the full is different. It is an open choke tube with it adds an inch to the barrel. So I took that off and I think I put modified cylinder in here. I forget exactly which one, I just did it. Which is going to allow you to shoot a slug through it, really shoot anything and give you a nice wide shot pattern. Again, I may change that down the road. But so the real main reason I went with this gun was, one, it had the look, but a lot of the AR-12s all have the look, right? That tactical AR style. The reason I went with this gun was because this gun included 3 magazines with it. And these magazines right now are going for about, depending on, you know, what brand, they're going for a minimum about $40 to $60. They make larger magazines. I hope to get a couple 10 rounds in the future, maybe a few more 5s, but I'm not willing to drop 50 bucks on a magazine right now. I was pretty impressed with the quality of these magazines. You know, I expected something that was just going to be like a cheap polymer, and polymer's not bad at all, don't get me wrong, they're very functional, but this is a nice solid metal magazine. It really feels like a $50 magazine. So it was great that they gave you 3 of these included, which is fantastic. When you start looking at the other guns, you know, you could get the Charles Daly. When I was looking, it was a bullpup. I really wanted that gun. Downside, the Charles Daly 12 gauge, it only came with 1 mag, and you're going to pay, you know, you can get a great deal on the firearm, $460, but now you're going to be paying $50 for a mag. It's going to eat up $100 right there. So I went with this again because the availability was, it was ready to go, came with the mags. I'd get it home and not really have to go out and try to find magazines for it. Doesn't mean I won't get those other guns eventually, maybe when production picks up, or maybe the frenzy slows down a little, who knows. They're not going to stop making guns. I'll definitely have a bullpup in my collection eventually. And if you're not familiar, if you're kind of new to firearms, again, I'm no expert, but a bullpup basically brings the chamber all the way back into the stock, basically. So you're having this part of it, the ejection port or the chamber, closer to your face and getting it back into your shoulder. What that means is that ATF for a firearm, I think your minimum is 18 inches on the barrel. I think it's 18. I'm probably wrong. It's either 16 or 18. I'm pretty sure it's 18. You think I would know that? I just bought 2 of them. But the idea in that is that basically, even with, let's say you have an 18-inch barrel, something like this, you have a big stock, right? That's taking up length. With a bullpup, you bring this way back, and ultimately you're shouldering the gun right behind the chamber. So that basically shortens the entire length of the gun. So it's a great design. The Charles Daly is a great price. Again, I don't know about reliability on this stuff. I can only go with what people have said about them. This gun, what I liked about it is they did a torture test, several videos by Typhoon, and they ran 1,200 consecutive shells through it. Just bang, 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 magazine, bang, 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 non-stop, and there was no failure. So to me, that was a real test of the quality. And you know what? when I got the gun, you know, you see these things on the internet, you're like, all right, cheap, you know, or I shouldn't say cheap, but plastic, polymer. This does have a lot of polymer, but it is really well made. When you pick this gun up, you're not going to say to yourself, oh man, that feels kind of cheap, feels like an airsoft gun. This is solid, and you will like this gun. Again, I've seen a few other videos. Guys have been very impressed by this firearm. I'm very impressed by the firearm. Your chamber's all metal. Your Picatinny rail's all part of the chamber. It's all metal. The only part of the Picatinny rail that's polymer is this part attached to the foregrip, which is about, I'd say, 3 inches. When you disassemble this, this will slide off and pull that rail with you. So just to let you know, if you mount your optic, don't hover between both rails unless you want to remove your optic when you're going to take this down to clean it. What I also like about it is that you have a enlarged, and this is more for you military guys or guys who are really into it. I've heard a lot of guys complain about the trigger guard. With this, you can see the trigger guard kind of swoops down at an angle and then back. That's so you can get your big gloved meat finger in there. So you have plenty of room in there. I love the grip on this. You have a really nice, distinct grip. I like this grip even more than on my DB12 I just got. It really fits your hand well. All solid. Again, you have your sling mounts in the back. Nice, I would say over the top butt plate, or butt pad, but definitely going to give you a little bit of a cushion there, not over the top. I joke I just did an air rifle review. It's even larger, but I haven't shot this yet, so bear with me. I'll come back and re-review at a later date, but the gun is fantastic. Again, I pulled that flash hider off there because it added an inch to the barrel. I'd rather this be as short as possible. So I would say with that, I'm not sure if that measurement included, it must have included, so you have an 18-inch barrel, you're adding another inch to that. So moving that, you get that barrel shorter, a little bit easier to manage. Again, I'm not really running around the field with this thing or anything like that. It's just, it is what it is. I'd rather it shorter, right? So, but just a fantastic gun. I absolutely love it. Another cool thing about it is you have a really nice charging handle here. It's kind of like, hopefully you can see it, it's kind of perforated. Hopefully, there you go. There you go. It's a good shot of it. Sort of good. Not really. Let me move the right way. There you go. So it tried to lighten it up a little bit. The gun is heavy. I mean, it's definitely heavier. It's a battle shotgun for sure. Heavier than like my DB12 I just got. But, you know, like I said, I'd say it's closer in weight to like my buddy's. Again, I really want to pick up SETME HK91 clone. Charging handle, like I said, guys, fantastic. Get a nice grip on that. Rack this baby back. Also, for purpose of the video, all these guns, before I do a video, they're completely cleared. I clear my guns and check my guns. Even if you know, it's just a good habit to get into. When you know a gun's unloaded, check it anyway. It's just a good habit to constantly ensure, because you can't take that bullet back. You can't take that round back. So, just always good to be over the top when it comes to safety. But when you charge this back, I love the fact that your release is over on the side here, and you basically just slap it and it locks it down. So fantastic. Magazine drop is really great too. Nice, distinct, huge button on there. Pop that baby off. Rack it or clack one back in. It's just a great gun, guys. And you know, I want to make it very clear. Whenever I use stuff like this, I'm not coming across. I don't want to ever come across as some know-it-all when it comes to firearms. There's a lot of great channels out there. And I encourage you to check them all out. But it's always nice thing about YouTube, you can get people's opinions, and I'm here giving you guys mine. I love the gun, and as you guys know, I'm a big mouth, so anytime that I get something that fails or I have an issue, I never stop talking about it. So if I have any kind of problems, you guys are going to hear about it. But it's been fantastic. I really like the gun. Feels solid, great quality, and again for $550 with 3 mags, you can't go wrong. And I think that was, yeah, $550, and the shipping wasn't too bad on it. Downside, I will put a link to where you can get this in the description. Downside, the seller I bought it from, and I should have known that, you know, I read, double check. The seller says up to 14 days to ship it. And to me, there's no excuse for that. Every other firearm I ordered was shipped within a couple days. Now, granted, maybe they're super busy. Maybe they have, you know, order, but I mean, 5 other gun dealers on Gunbroker, it was within a couple days. So this, it was 10 days before they even shipped it. And with UPS, another 10 days. So it took a while to get this gun. But overall, like I said, super happy with the gun. super happy experience. I have to say, the seller, I would buy from them again, but at least I know that it's going to take a long time to get. They had about 20 of these in stock. I don't know if the time frame there was because maybe they drop ship, maybe they order it when you get it. I'm not really sure. I did call. They were terrible on emails. I mean, no customer service when it comes. Basically, you buy this and you just wait. There was no customer service when it comes to like, you know, letting you know about this stuff. It's basically, it's our listing. When I actually called to check on it, they were like, yep, 14 days. Like, wouldn't even I didn't even want to hear anything out of my mouth. So, and I get that. Maybe they're a little frustrated. They listed on their listing and I didn't read it, and people probably call them all the time. But it does say after 7 days, if it hasn't shipped, to give them a call. I did, and he wanted to cut me off again. I said, it says 7 days. That's why I'm calling. Nope, we're closer to 14. I'm like, no problem. Just want to double check. I'll wait till 14 days, and they shipped it at 10. So just keep that in mind if you do order from them. And the site, let me just see here. I'm going to log back in here. The site for this particular gun is, and I probably should have, hey, we're hanging out. Who cares? I know a lot of guys do all this stuff before they start the video, but my channel, I review it how I want. DLS Supplies, and they are out of, I think, Rhode Island, if I remember correctly. I'd have to double check that, but I'll put a link to their store. Check it out. They do have a good feedback rating. Again, with Gunbroker, how Gunbroker works is you order it through Gunbroker. Most of them have a credit card fee. You know, PayPal charges sellers a fee. With Gunbroker, it's kind of smart, really. They're basically saying, "Yep, you're going to pay the fee," and they can do that now because people are buying stuff left and right. So it's definitely a seller's market when it comes to firearms right now. Yeah, so they were a little slow on shipping, but regardless, I don't want to complain about it because it was clearly listed. Hindsight, would I have ordered from them? Because I'm very impatient, I would have paid $20 more and go with somebody who's going to ship quicker. Now that it's over and done with, I'm glad because I saved 20 bucks going with them. Let me just put this down for a second. I just want to read you guys one more thing with them as far as their feedback rating is concerned. And again, take this with a grain of salt. Sometimes people just complain about whatever. So they have 5,449 sales. Of those, in the last 12 months, you have 2,256 positive reviews, and 77 neutral, and 304 negative. So I will give them a good review because I'm happy with the gun. You know, I got the gun, but shipping's terrible, really slow. They are a top 25 seller. Again, the company's called DLS Supplies. DL Supplies. Or no, DL Supplies. Not DLS Supplies. DL Supplies. You know, they're great. I'm happy with it. So I do want to mention, though, just while I got you guys here, that this gun, the price, has it increased? Let's see. Nope, you can still get it for, actually, let me just double check that because I have a feeling that they raised the price on this. Yeah, it looks like they raised the price right now to, no, it's just bringing up my listing. So I'll put a link to their store. You guys check it out. Let me know what it is right now. At least on my listing, $549, $25 in shipping. No credit card fee. Sellers had the option to charge or not charge. I like the fact that they didn't have the fee. Again, it was a great value. It was a good price. Also, keep this in mind. You have color options. So I had a really hard time deciding on the color. It's like Invicta watches. We want them all. They make flat dark earth, where your barrel, of course, and your chamber is going to be black, but your furniture on it is going to be your flat dark earth, the gray color. They have the OD green, and they have a gray, and of course the black. I would have went with the gray, like a graphite, a little bit of a contrast, but not too much. But they didn't have that one. So this particular one, right now, at least when I bought the gun, or when I bought the game, they may have changed, maybe they have it, but it seems like that's a pretty popular color. You have the option green, flat dark earth, or black. You know, I asked my friends, asked my family, what do you think? You know, I don't know. They're all nice. And they are all nice. The green was pretty cool, but being that this is my first one, I went black. It's safest. It's the most tactical, I think. It's the sleekest. Maybe the next one, I'll probably get a flat dark earth version. That's a pretty cool color as well. But I always feel like maybe the flat dark earth, kind of, it starts to look more toyish. again, they still look pretty awesome, but you can't go wrong with the black. So again, personal preference. My buddy, he's all into the ARs, and he's all about the flat darker. So you know, the nice thing about these guns, there is a lot of variety, and it just means you got to buy more. You have to have more of them. So awesome, guys. Also, keep this in mind now, depending on the state you live, these are not classified as an assault rifle in a lot of states right now. So if you're going to make a purchase, there's no waiting period. It depends on your state. Again, in my state, there was no waiting period. So I was able to walk in the day I got it, walk out with it, do a quick background check, and you're done. You know, and having, in my particular state, having a carrying permit used to mean something as far as taking handguns and assault rifles same day. Now you still get that waiting period. So again, it depends on your state. Do your research, find out, but just don't be too disappointed if you got to wait for stuff. I'm sure stuff like this down the road will probably have some sort of waiting period. I do find it really odd that a lot of states you have to wait. And I'm all for gun rules, and I'm all for background checks, don't get me wrong. But I just think it's kind of like a half measure. Like, if you're going to make somebody wait for an AR, make somebody wait for this. You know, I mean, I don't think you should be able to walk in and walk out with this thing same day. I mean, I get it, Second Amendment, you know, all that, you know, I'm not trying to have any discussions or arguments about that. Believe what you want. For me personally, I don't mind waiting. I'd rather, you know, whoever gets their hands on a firearm, it's not a guarantee. It's just a step, right? I don't know. I know people feel differently about it. For me, I don't mind waiting, but it doesn't make it, for my mind, it doesn't make sense to have to wait for my .22 handgun, but I can walk in and walk out with this. So, I don't know. Maybe things will change. Who knows? Either way, I'm just happy I got it. I recommend the product. I like it, and I think you guys will too. So let me know if I can help you guys in any way. I'll do my best. Drop me a comment, drop me an email. As always, guys, subscribe to the channel, though. But click the bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video. Give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whether you like it or don't like it. I don't really care if you don't like it. I'm going to keep doing what I do because this is my channel, and I'm going to give you guys myself 100% authentic, and with all my flaws, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not acting for you. I'm giving you guys my real world opinion. So let me know if I can help. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful day and take care.